What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video, and in this video we're talking about some Halo Infinite. So finally we have some communication from 343 and we have the season 1 outcomes report, which you might be thinking, like, what is this about? But this is basically 343 addressing all of the problems that people have been complaining about. And you might think, oh my god, finally communication from 343 on Halo Infinite. Like, holy shit, finally. This is the biggest fucking piece of bullshit I've read in my life. And to put it short, a lot of their answers were like, oh, yeah, we agree with you guys, but we don't know when it's going to happen. So let's just get into it. I won't be going too in depth with it, but I want to take a look at some of the things that were the most, I guess, important to the community. Stuff that no one really cares about. I just won't really go over it. I'll say what it is, but I won't go too in depth about it. So let's get into it. Alright, so let's just start off with the intro to the article. Since the launch of Halo Infinite, we've been paying close attention to community feedback. I highly fucking doubt that. I mean, I think they've been hearing what we've been saying, but close attention. I mean, dude, you guys have been silent since the beginning of the game, addressing what we can in a timely manner. Nothing has been addressed. I mean, can we all agree that nothing has been addressed in this game, except for like desyncing issues and the big ass problem that we had with Big Team Battle? Nothing has been addressed. And we are working on closer look blogs and prioritizing future content and features internally based on that player input. Okay, so a few things first. I mean, audio. They're going to be fixing some audio, so the ability to hear an opponent's shield recharge and all that stuff. I mean, no one cares. The volume of the Grunt birthday party sound effect, I don't care. No one cares. Multiplayer. Arena, Catalyst, a new arena map will be added to multiplayer playlists on day 1. King of the Hill will be added to multiple playlists. Attrition will be added to multiple playlists. In Attrition, a revived player will be able to move immediately after spawning back in. Motion Tracker radar will have its outer edge detection enabled for shooting and sprinting in social playlists. So we're finally getting some new maps like Catalyst, but I don't want this to be like a thing where a new season comes and we get a new map. Just add it all at once, man. We don't want to wait for maps. We don't want you to drip feed content. So regarding Big Team Battle, we have a new Big Team Battle map finally, because I think the 3 Big Team Battle maps that we have are so shit. 2 of them are so similar to each other. It's just that they're ass. All right, I'll put it that way. So we have a new map called Breaker, and it will be added to matchmaking on day 1. Wow. Okay, that's a pretty high bar that we're setting here. Custom games and Forge. Oh my god, when are we getting Forge? Addressing some custom game bugs with more coming down the road. Absolutely nothing. Wow, no Forge, nothing on Forge. Okay, so for the sandbox, so we actually have some nerfs for the manglers. So to get a kill, you have to land 2 shots and a beatdown for a kill. And the Ravager, one of the worst weapons in the game, is getting a damage increase. I don't even think a damage increase is gonna save it. It's just not a good gun to use. I don't like it at all. Equipment, this is interesting. There's been some problems with equipment. Drop wall will see a slight performance increase. Finally, the drop wall sucks. Okay, it just sucks. It doesn't do what it's supposed to be doing. Okay, overshield will provide slightly more shielding. Okay, not bad. Vehicles, holy shit. If you guys don't know, I absolutely hate Halo Infinite vehicles. I think the vehicles in this game are by far some of the worst I have ever used in all of Halo. So the chopper collision damage will be increased to its vehicle splattering glory. Banshee's agility and damage output will be increased to improve its role as a strike fighter. Warthog and Razorback should be more resistant to flipping and bouncing. Guys, why was this not addressed earlier on? I mean, my whole campaign experience was honestly ruined when it came to vehicles because the Warthog and the Razorback and all the vehicles in the game just suck. The Warthog and the Razorback, they flip so much, it is crazy. They're not made for the terrain that the Halo Infinite campaign is in. Okay, they're not made for that rocky terrain. It's just, they suck. They feel like toys. They're not heavy enough. Alright, so let's talk about their response on arena and maps and modes. Basically, what we want is we want more arena maps and modes, so they have obviously heard that, and they want to bring back attrition too, as it says down there. Here's the response from the multiplayer team. We, like all of you, want more maps and modes to play and have a list of them we're working on for future releases. Here's the thing. I don't understand why we have to ask for these simple things to be added. Things that all Halo games have had on day 1. Holy shit, I get that Halo 5 didn't have it on day 1, but it was added on pretty darn quick compared to how it is now. And the thing is, it's just insane to me that they're saying like, oh yeah, we want maps too. We hear you guys. Here's my problem. I kind of hate the fact that the fans have to be bringing these problems up to 343. I mean, do they not realize that this game is shit and that has no maps, no content, no nothing? Why do we have to beg for content? Is it not self-evident that this game lacks maps that were always in previous Halo games? I mean, holy shit, we've had older generation games released like fully decked out, bunch of maps, multiplayer, everything was in it. And now we're struggling to get a couple new maps. Are you kidding me? So this is what they said here. For Season 2, we have an updated version of King of the Hill that you'll be able to play in matchmaking and customs, along with being able to set it to the classic version. You'll also see a lot of updates to playlists, including the addition of new Catalyst Arena map and attrition going into quick play. Over the season, our goal is to rotate in some new playlists with some fun variants we've been playtesting a lot lately. So here they talk about more big team battle maps and modes. And this response just kind of annoys the hell out of me. We have some great BTB maps going through their arting process at the moment, the longest part of map development. And we're excited about releasing it in Infinite's future. So we don't even have like a date. They don't even say like, oh, we're excited releasing it in Season 2 or like next week. No, they're just saying like in Infinite's future. This could be months from now. For Season 2, we're dropping Breaker into the mix, which features a giant moving laser that cuts across the entire map and destroys anything that gets caught in its beam. It's a tighter and faster playing big team battle map that feels different than anything we've currently have in Infinite. We're excited to play with everyone in big team battle right when Season 2 launches. Here's the thing, we're getting one big team battle map. I'm gonna assume that Season 2 is gonna last 4 months. Like, I'm just gonna take a guess. It's gonna be a long time. And the fact that for those 4 months we're only getting one extra map and like one extra arena map, are you kidding me? So here they're just gonna be fixing like some matchmaking stuff and like problems in ranked. I'm not really a huge ranked guy. I don't really play it that much. But hey, as long as they're getting to it and fixing it, it's good. So here they talk about custom games and Forge. So the desire is for more adjustable game mode options in custom games, desire for additional bug fixes, custom games browser. Like, this is not rocket science. This shit should have been in the game like day one, at most like a month later. I mean, come on, like, we are lacking content that have been in previous Halo games from the start. They need to do better. And the desire for Forge to arrive as soon as possible. I think people have forgotten about this game already. I mean, you guys have taken so long to even talk about this. Like, what, it took you months to write this blog post? Come on, seriously. So here's the response from the team on Forge. I think this is probably the most important one because although yes, I think a lot of the community has left the game, this is one of the most desired game modes that people want. So here's what they say. It broke our hearts to not be able to launch Forge alongside the rest of Infinite, but to ensure it meets the bar we're setting for it to achieve, which is probably really fucking low, this massive overhaul to Forge and Infinite just wasn't able to make it out before the end of last year. I have a feeling that they weren't even working on Forge yet when Halo Infinite released. Like, I'm being serious. If they had it, halfway done or somewhat done, it would have been released by now. But I don't even think they started it, or they had like, plans written out, but nothing really went into it. It's very much a generational leap forward in what it will be capable of, and it brings with it many of the community's highly requested features, which we believe will greatly empower the community to build way more impressive and creative gameplay experiences inside of Infinite. I'm not gonna lie, I just can't really believe this, okay? I just cannot believe what they're saying solely because of what they said about cosmetics in the game. They said that this game would have like one of the best customizations ever, and when they say that, you're gonna be able to build such crazy things in Forge and it'll be amazing, like, I kind of highly doubt that. I'd love for it to be good. I don't really build in Forge, but I know people love Forge, and definitely this would be really cool if they're telling the truth. But I feel like they might be overhyping this a little bit, and by a little bit I mean like quite a bit. But you know what, we'll see when it releases. Maybe I'm like wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I hope this shit is like amazing, but at the moment I'm kind of highly doubting it because they're struggling to do simple things such as release new maps. How can we expect them to release such a crazy Forge mode with like lots to do and crazy ways to build? Alright, so that is basically the end of the blog, and they say here, thank you for your continued support and feedback during Season 1 of Halo Infinite. Stay tuned for the next blog with a live stream, and we'll catch you online. So I kind of want to give my thoughts on this blog. I felt like there was a lot of like avoiding the actual question. All I really heard them say is, we agree with you, we want it too, like, we want new maps too, but we're not going to do anything about it. We'll give you guys like one map, and who knows if this map will be any good, or is it just going to be the same linear crap that we've had in Halo Infinite so far. The fact that there's no news on Forge and that they're telling us that, you know, it wouldn't work if we released it on day one because we just had to switch so many things up. They're trying to make it sound like they had it, you know, almost finished, almost done, almost polished, when I just don't believe that. I just think they didn't have it started at all. So it's like, it's kind of hard to believe. But yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty good that we're getting some sort of communication from them. And they've been like silent for a long time. They haven't said nothing, and this is like the best that we can get at the moment. I'm actually kind of happy this was released because it's something at least. Although I'm not really happy with the responses. I felt like a lot of them are like, oh yeah, like we know, but we don't really have anything to fix that. We don't have any way to help you so far. So it's just like, come on, guys. And I think the 2 maps that are getting released in season 2 is just, it's such a fucking joke, honestly, that we're only getting 2 maps. Like, can we just get a bunch of maps dropped at once? Then people will be more happy to play. It'll just be so much more better. And I'm gonna hate this whole sort of drip feeding content, but it's pretty sad. That's what I'll say. But yeah, that's the end of the blog. It's quite a long one, but let me know your thoughts down below on this. Do you guys think 343 will come through and that season 2 will be absolutely amazing? Or you guys think it'll be a bust just like season 1? Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.